Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to demonstrate a feature I just added because I know people like to get from A to B a lot quicker, certain limitations, and at the same time, while using this new feature, I'm going to showcase some of the boss encounters. Now, like any other proper Minecraft, YouTube, whatever guy would do, I need to do this. They all seem to do that, don't they? Well, here we go. Now I'm one of them. I'm one of them. One of them. One of them. Anyway, here we are in the great, magnificent city of Cardisport. Yes, it needs some aesthetic updates. But anyway, here's the command. Warp. And if you want to know where in the heck you've got available to you to go, warp list. So these are our possible locations. These are all currently where you can encounter bosses. You can go to Varlon, Valhaven, Tovarok, Pyrix's Lair, Jones's Ruin, Delphi, and back. Back, of course, is used once you've used one of these first 6 and you want to go back to the original location. Well, you go back. But we're going to go to the first boss in this game, which is Pyrix's Lair. Now, and just as a note, I can also, it's not case sensitive. Boom. Here we are. You'll notice that stuff on the lower left corner of the screen. That's a special script I've got running because if you've seen any of my previous videos, going to the exchange, I always end up underground, about 4 or 5 meters. So I put a little fix in there. It works. It's pretty smooth. It's not too bad. Yeah, this is a Pyrix's Lair itself. If you take a look at the map, is due west of the elven capital of Valistia, which is due north of Cardisport. Anyway, let's take a look at the boss, and we can see what mechanics it uses. Because each boss has got a gimmick. Oh, and there's one other notice I should probably mention. Don't use things like warp if you're going through, like, you know, in the nether or one of these dungeon dimensions, because it'll teleport you to your old location, of course, but in this dimension. It's a bug, and it'll be fixed. Probably not too long after you see this. But just in case, if you're ever on the server, ask. Or check the Oceanica wiki. That'll, you know, in the to-do section, you'll see if it's been fixed or not. Anyway, so you got this big old obsidian circle, and you can see the boss bar just popped up. That's Pyrix. So here are the 2 gimmicks. If you've seen my Autospleef video, the Autospleef game, it's a PvP game. You bring your friends or your enemies and compete for fabulous cash and prizes. All in game, of course, because I'm not a Rockefeller. Anyway, so that Autospleef game was based off of one of Pyrix's mechanics. Now, the instant I get within this obsidian circle, 2 things start happening. Other than, of course, that sign. Now you'll notice one of the things that's coming around is the wall of fire. So if you're trying to fight this guy, you kind of have to stay on your toes. You'll also notice some magma here. Whoa, what's this all about? What if I stand on it? Well, that may not be such a good idea. Oh wait, no, the magma actually stays. It's not the magma that does weird things. So yeah, of course, you do have to keep an eye on when you're standing. We need to look for a 3x3 square of red. And let's see if I can find that. Where is it? Oh, right there. Ah, so you want to stand on that, huh? Want to stand on that? Huh? Oh, let's stand on it. It's always safe. No, it's not! So yeah, if you hit this, and I'm going to drop myself down. So yeah, if you're, of course, in survival mode, which, unless you're an operator, you will be, because the game will force you into that mode, falling down in that hole will put you in that little puddle over there. And if you're still moving around too much, you could die. So that's Pyrix. And what I'm going to be doing is I will go through each of these main 6 mobs and show you what kind of gimmicks they have. Of course, you could tell, you know, like if you've ever played any RPG that's got like a boss phase, you know, they've got like stages and whatnot. Like stage 1, they breathe fire. Stage 2, they make you jump around or whatever. But you don't really see that happen until you get to boss 4. Pyrix, this is just both these things running at the same time. The little holes that open up underground is Autospleef, essentially, and then of course that's where the mini game, you know, that's where it gets its mechanism from. And of course these things here, if you stand on them, it causes fire damage. And of course you got the rotating wall of fire, which causes fire damage. And of course he's got, you know, little minions over here. He's got the big flames, and he should have some little flames too. No, maybe it's just the big flames. And of course, you know, the constantly spawning nasties around here, because the difficulty of this area is difficulty 9. So not only do you get the main boss mobs and the sub mobs, his minions, but you get all the fun little things that can spawn here. So, like any boss game, for those of us who play the game that shall not be mentioned by Blizzard. No, I mean the game's fine with us, but just as a point of reference, boss encounters like this, bring friends. Let's get out of here. Alright, we're back out here. So, we're done screwing around with Pyrix. Let's go back to where we started from. Warp back. And here I am on my boat. You'll also notice here in the, once again, the lower left corner, it's checking to make sure that I'm at the Y elevation I should be, so I don't end up like stuck in the dirt or someplace I don't want to be. So the next video will be the following boss, which will be boss number 2, which is at Jones's Ruin. Now, who could be there on a nautical pirate-themed server with the name Jones? Can't possibly imagine what the boss's name is. So we'll see you at Jones's Ruin.